student quarterback, Ben Mills, sophomore wide receiver, Brendan McCullough. Coach Larson, if you want to open up with some remarks before we open up for any questions.
Yeah. First and foremost, I want to congratulate Mount Union on a great game. I don't think anybody could have watched that game from anywhere and not say that was a fantastic Division III football game that was just played by both sides. Sadly, 2 years ago, in kind of the same spot, I said this after our loss to North Central, that we want to be like North Central, we want to be like Mount Union. We have aspirations to win at the highest level possible, and we're not into moral victories by any means, but I am unbelievably proud of our team. I am unbelievably proud of these two young men. I've spent a lot of time with this one, and he played his best football as a senior, which is awesome. And I just said it to this guy, we get 2 more chances to do this dang thing. To the 100-plus guys that are out there, I can't thank our team enough. I think our culture is uniquely different. Yesterday, I looked out my window at the field, and I'm watching Bobby Corey, our All-American linebacker, shovel snow off of the field so that we can do a walkthrough. That's the type of people that we have in our program. And it wasn't just him. His twin brother Tommy, Chris Jabe, who's a wide receiver, 3 or 4 assistant coaches. And that's why you see what you see out of us. It's our culture. I do want to say one thing. I want to thank my wife. I want to thank my family. I want to thank the coaches' families. I want to thank these players' families. When you get to this point in the season, there's a lot of sacrifice. Thanksgivings get thrown off. You start thinking about what the heck's going to happen with Christmas. My wife is my rock. I texted her this morning when she texted me LFG. I married a former college coach. And I said, well, I wouldn't be here without you, and we wouldn't be here without you, and I believe that. And coaching's wives are the greatest thing in the world, and I wouldn't be here without her. And all of our coaches' wives and families that sacrifice and give so much. We give so much to our players, and that takes away from our families. And so I just want to say thank you to all of our coaches' families, and I want to say thank you to our players' families. I mentioned this last week, but I mean, every single guy in our team had a home to go to for Thanksgiving. Our families are great. Our culture is beyond just the field, just the players, just the staff. It feeds into everything that we do, and I couldn't be more proud to be sitting in this chair to help represent Carnegie Mellon as an institution, our athletic department, and our football program. So yeah, I think that's my opening statement.
Thank you, Coach. Any questions? Please, make sure you state your name.
Jason Hannibal, live out of Youngstown. Talk about the 2-quarterback system that you employ. Why do you seem to make it work better than most teams?
I don't know if it works better. It's something that we believe that players make plays. Joey McGinnis running the ball is a really talented runner. He's scored, I don't know now, Mark, you probably know. How many? 12 touchdowns this year, and how many in his career in 3 years? 30-something. It's the ability, and he's growing so much as a quarterback too. And I want to make sure that that's clear. Like, he's still a quarterback. Like, he's not just a wildcat. I mean, we will throw the ball with him. And we look forward to him stepping into a big leadership role next year as this guy who started for 5 years for us graduates. And we've got a big open competition at Q, and obviously Joey has a lot of great game experience. But, I think more importantly than the quarterbacks, the reason why it works is the guys in front. When we put 7 O-linemen and 2 tight ends in the field with 1 wide receiver, we're pretty clear with what we're doing. We call it our slash package, and there's competition on our team amongst our O-linemen to be on that. They want to be a top 7. It's a cultural thing. We jokingly say, like, oh, all these personnel groupings, that's the O-line personnel grouping. And so I think it's the guys in front that really make it go and let Joey be successful, because we have had guys like Will Bauma. Heck, he even got 1 shot at slash this year on senior day to jump in and do that. And it's all 11 guys working together.
Ben, if you can touch on the play of your career, your 5-year starter here for Carnegie Mellon, and what that meant to you, what it has meant to the program, and how this program has built over the years.
Yeah, I mean it's been special. You know, Coach Larson's come in halfway through, and it didn't really miss a beat. You know, it really is like a family out there. I mean, I just love all those guys, and they come out and fight for each and every one of us every day. Practice, off season, working our butt off just to get to these moments like we had today. You know, and it takes everyone, and that's what I love about this team so much. I mean, those guys out there, we were pretty beat up. We're missing some guys in key spots, and we had guys step up and make plays that were needed to keep us in this game. And you know, I mean, looking back on the career, it's been special. Some special teams, and this one might be one of the most special. I mean, last ride, you know, young guys at receiver stepping up like B-Mac, you know, senior O-lineman, you know, working in the backfield with Trey for 5 years. It's been a crazy ride. Yeah, and then I mean, defensive side, you know, Adrian, Bobby, Tommy, Logan, any of the 5th-year guys and the seniors. It's been a crazy past 4 years, 5 years with them. You know, I think our culture shines through, and the reason we go out and we fight so hard every week is because of that. Yeah, that's what I got.
So Ryan, I'm sorry, work for the non-union website. Coming in here is not easy. Obviously, you guys were not intimidated whatsoever. Can you just talk a little bit about your approach leading up to the game and knowing that you had to come here and play an away game against, one of the most formidable teams in the division?
Yeah, I mean, I think we really didn't treat it any different. I think that's the key. You know, we have our 1-0 every week. You know, going through the same practice prep we do every week. You know, it's a great team, but it's, you know, we don't want to make it elevated. We don't want to make it super special, because that's when, you know, the lights can get too bright. I think, you know, when you stay in the moment, focus on that 1-0 every day, going through the week, coming to the game. I mean, drove up today just like any other regular season game, and I think that's, you know, the mentality that we have, and the team has. It's not anything different. We've been in these moments before, and got to attack these moments, and yeah.
Brendan, do you have the same thoughts along those lines? Do you have a different thought on that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we change anything for our opponents that we play. I think, you know, we practice the same way every day. You know, I know Coach Larson said it last week, you know, we practice for an hour and a half, get in, get out. So I don't think we look at any opponent, you know, larger than the others. You know, I think we treat everybody the same. So.
Coach, you want to comment on that?
Yeah, I would just say we respect the game. The game deserves to be respected regardless of who you play. And obviously, like I said earlier, Mount Union is one of the preeminent programs in Division III. That's what we want to become. But it's a disservice if we do anything differently. I mean, what got us here is what got us here. And so we're going to practice the way we practice. And, you know, I joke, yeah, an hour and a half practice. At 6:35, I'm going to blow a whistle for the 7 p.m. class guys to get out. And we'll get started at, 5 usually. So, yeah, we were who we were. We do what we do because we believe in our training. And that's regardless of who we play, because you see college football upsets all the time. And I think, to Ben's point, the second that you start doing things differently, or you treat opponents differently, or you go at things a different angle, we as a staff now are saying something to our guys. We're saying that, oh, well, what we've done is not good enough, we have to change, or that we're looking nervous as a staff. Our job is to come here and fight as hard as we can regardless of who we play. And that's one of the things I love about coaching this team is that part is always true. But at a place like Carnegie Mellon, you know, the academic rigors are really real. You know, thankfully this year, finally, this dude isn't in a lab every single night, I felt like, and leaving early all the time. But it's something that we just try to stay consistent and support our young men as best we can and get the work in and out and done. And I think as long as we keep that consistent, our guys know we respect their time, and then they're respecting the time that they come to football back.
Thanks, Paul.
Welcome.
Any other questions?
Yeah, talk about your conference. I forget who's leaving after this year, but what do you think of the future of the President's Athletic Conference?
I honestly, I mean, I really haven't spoken all year about our transition to the Centennial Conference. What I will tell you is that, you know, we're very proud to win the PAC this year and be as competitive in the PAC as we have been the last few years. The reason for the move is just from a multitude of reasons, like-minded institutions, more opportunity for us to travel and be on the road is really important to us. Ben alluded to it. We day tripped this today. We've day tripped all year long. I wasn't going to put our guys in a hotel the night before this game when we've day tripped Case Western that's a little longer. So to me, you know, some of the reason why we're making our transition is because I don't want the first time us to be in a hotel is to be in the Sweet 16, the Elite 8, the Final Four, whatever that may be. I want us to be used to that, and so there is opportunity with us going into the Centennial to have those opportunities to travel more out-of-conference games, which gives us opportunity. But this is the first time I'm really talking about it, to be frank, because I would be disservice, especially a guy like this and the other seniors and fifth years that you know, I'm sure they're excited for the program, but they're not going to be experiencing that. And our job this year was to win the PAC, which we were able to do, and then come and compete in the NCAA tournament. And so that's where our focus has been.
All right, thank you very much, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it.